Guys, we're back today. This is how you manifest what you truly want. Hello? All right. How to manifest what you truly want. Can anyone tell me how to manifest what I truly want or what you truly want? So many methods, so many things you can do. Today I'm going to streamline and show you something very simple. That's how you're going to manifest what you truly want. And it's so simple, just really simple, man. Let's see. Okay, guys, thank you guys for your support. It's been so awesome having you on this channel, seeing this channel grow so much. So what I did now, I did the vibrational numbers. I put them on my community post there. So what I'm doing now, once you become a member of my channel, just go to my channel, the home page, and it says become a member. Put a member, and then you put the in the community post, just put your month, day, and I'll get your numbers right there. So you can go check anytime when I get, when I get the time. Now I'm trying to do them a lot faster. So when I get the time, I'll fill your numbers in for you. So look at that, 44-4. Look at that, 44 people, 4 just switched. So definitely this live is definitely in alignment. So you can go there, my homepage, YouTube homepage, become a member of the channel. You get your vibrational numbers as part of the perk. Go to my community board, just comment there. When you become a member, it'll show me the little blue icon or something, so I know you're a member. And you can put your month and day there, and great. And I appreciate your support, guys. You're helping the channel grow, and we're helping each other as well. So thank you guys for everything. Another thing forgot to mention, man. So I do these mastermind courses every few months, and I don't know why I didn't advertise this on YouTube, but actually the class starts tomorrow. So if you want to get into the mastermind course class, it's going to be on Zoom. It's going to be for the month of August. So what I've done is I've just created a platform where I get a lot of you guys in there, and what we're going to do a month coaching, like my regular coaching, but I'm going to interact with you one-on-one in the Zoom, and we're going to discuss everything. I'm going to teach you how to create routines, systems, anything, life, love, money, all that. We're going to put everything quantum physics. It's going to be you're going to be talking, we're going to communicating. So it's not going to be a huge number of people in Zoom. I think I have room. I'm just going to cap it off for 5 more who wants to sign up. So if you want to sign up for that, it starts tomorrow, actually, Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Sorry I put it in today. I know I should have advertised this a while ago, but of course I've been so busy. But it's going to be there. So it's going to be a mastermind Zoom. I'll put the link in a comment here. I wonder if I could comment. How do I comment in here? I guess I can't comment. Can I comment when I'm doing live? Yes, I think it says I could comment. Let me test something here. Nah, I guess after I do this live, then I'll put the comments in the link in the comments for you. Hi Mark, can you please talk about the brain and the hologram? Yep, I'll do all that. Using Y format affirmations are amazing. Yep, that's because your questions are your answers in your unconscious mind. Thank you guys. Hi from London. Can I comment? Hey, can I comment while I'm doing the live? Can I comment while I'm doing the live? Guess not. Hi Mark, thank you. Let's see. How are you? I thought you could too. I've been in lives where the creator texts. Oh, maybe I don't know. I'm doing this on on the phone, but let me see if I can comment. No, not right now. Anyway, so look, so yeah, so what we want to talk about now is how to manifest, right? What you truly want. And we're getting some questions from you guys. Morning. Greetings, everybody. Greetings, greetings, greetings. All right, so all right, look, so here's what the thing is. So we know that when we think of something, right, when we like produce our thoughts and everything like that, and our feelings and emotions, right, that tends to create the energetic force to create our lives, right? But here's the thing about to manifest what you truly want, it doesn't depend on like what you think about. Okay? It doesn't depend on what you think about. What it depends on is how frequently you can think about that thing. Let me repeat that. Things manifest in frequency or frequently. Things will manifest in repetition, and things will manifest when we create a disciplined attitude or a disciplined system. That's how things will come into our world. Nothing will come into your world when you do it one time. Does that see how it works? The comment about your questions being answered, please elaborate. All right, yeah, so okay, so when like I'm engaging with you guys right now, so I am in my conscious mind, right? I'm like analytical, and I'm talking to you guys, you're responding back to me. While I'm doing that, my subconscious mind is just working on what I've put into it, like say like the night before. So my subconscious mind is not directly paying attention to my conscious mind specifically. It's aware of my conscious minds and my conscious talk. Now, if I said something over and over again in my conscious mind, like if I say, I'm wealthy, I'm successful, my subconscious mind hears those words as statements, but it's not going to take any action. The reason why my subconscious doesn't take any action, because if you think about it, your subconscious controls what? Actions and habits. So what can I do to generate an action and habit? I have to present something for my subconscious to take an action, and that is questions. Your subconscious mind has to prove, that's the key here, prove your thoughts, feelings, emotions, whatever you say. He has to prove that to you as a substantial thing in your real world. So when I say something in my mind like, I'm happy, I'm successful, I have this, I have that, my subconscious hears that, but there is no call to action. See that? Now, if I say, why am I so happy? How can I become more happy? How would it make me feel to be more happy? How would it make me feel to be happy? Now there's a call to action, because my subconscious mind is programmed to take things and prove it. So the question becomes a prover. So now it wants to go prove it. It triggers my subconscious mind to answer my question. Hence, your questions are your answers. In my logical mind, it works totally different than my subconscious mind. In my logical mind, at the same time this is going on, while I'm giving a question to my subconscious, in my logical mind, my conscious mind or my ego is also attempting to answer the question. But when the ego and the subconscious, they answer questions in two different formats. You see, the thing is, in your ego mind, your ego can never answer your question with physical experience. Only the subconscious can do that, because the subconscious creates actions and habit. It's the do mind. It makes you do something. That's why you can self-sabotage yourself and be aware that you're self-sabotaging yourself, and you can't even stop until it's after you've done it. That's because your subconscious can override your conscious mind. So when I ask a question in my conscious mind, all I get is derivatives of analytical things like, maybe I need to do this. It'll show me. My subconscious will do. One will show, one will do. So that's how it works. Does that make sense? Is your partner, what is your partner, yours or someone else's spouse? I have no idea what that. Maybe or maybe you're talking to someone else on the chat here. When do you think it feel and lets go versus frequently thinking about it? All right, so look, so here you gotta understand for things to come into your world or your life the way you really truly want it, guys. You have to know the rules of the universe, the rules of life, the rules of nature, and the rules of nature are locked into all of us. So you have the rules of the game, and then you have the instructions of the game, how to play the game, and the rules of the game. So those are two things you need to know. So let me share one of them with you right now. I'm going to teach you the rules of the game, and then the instructions on how to play the game. If we have time, I don't know if we'll get into that, but I'll show you the rules of the game. So the rules of the game goes like this. When your body have molecules and cells, so when we break our cells and molecules down, we go into the atomic world, the quantum world. When we go into the atom, that's not the end of the story. We can open up the atom and we get into the nucleus of the atom. And when we get into the nucleus of the atom, we get the protons, the electrons, and we go further down. And then we go into the nucleus. When we break the nucleus down, we go into the proton. We break the proton down, we get into the world of the quarks. Go into the world of the quarks now, we get into the world of filaments, strings of filaments. So what these, oops, dang, I gotta put my, hold on a second. I gotta take my sound off. Yeah. There we go. So when we get into the strings or filaments, so look at a filament like a small energy. Like you look at a light bulb, you see the little filament in the light bulb like that? That's what the world is made up of. So those filaments, they're little strings. And what happens is the way they vibrate, they create the atom. The way they vibrate, they create the proton. The way they vibrate, so each string has a note that vibrates at a particular rate, and based on the frequency it vibrates, it creates a tree, a house, you, me. Everything comes from that. So that is the rules of the game. So how do you incorporate? In order for a string to become a thing, an atom or electron, it has to vibrate. So what determines the vibration of that string? Consciousness. Awareness. The constant awareness of something will cause that tiny filament to maintain a specific vibration, and that specific vibration will turn into whatever you want. That's why I say it's not what you think about, it's how often you think about what you want. It's the frequently creates the frequency. So in order to manifest or create anything in your life, it's something that you have to practice to do every time or every day. Some coaches say, why allow someone to hurt you? Just affirm what you want, special person, you'll get it. Is it true? Some coaches say, why allow someone to hurt you? I don't think we intentionally allow people to hurt us. I think we have people go into relationships, they have like this outlook and they expect something from the relationship, and then it doesn't happen. So it's not that. But the key is, when I'm going to manifest something, I know that I have to be frequently thinking about it. Now here's the other part about this now, is that when we frequently think about something, right, then we have to watch out for what's called the attachment of it. So it's not like a simply cut and dry thing, because there's, the attachment now can also create a little resistance. So how can I think about something without getting attached to that something? Well, now that goes back now to the, remember I just showed you the rules of the game, and I'm going to show you the instruction on how to play the game. So how do I become non-attached to what I want? Well, you have to know the instruction of the game, and the instruction of the game says that you as a human being, you're not really a human being. You're actually like a spiritual, non-physical being, entity, whatever you want to call it. You're acting as a human being. So if you're this spiritual being, which you are, you're part of the universe, because energy cannot be created or destroyed. First law of thermodynamics. So if you think about that, you're always here. So what that says now, that I have to trust myself to understand that the thing that I'm wanting, I don't need to want it because I'm already a part of it. That releases the non-attachment. So that's the how to play. See, that's the instruction. Those are things people don't know. Maybe some of you don't even know this. Maybe some of you are finding out for the first time. But those are two things you have to know, that if you're going to be a master creator of your life. You have to know that if you want to deliberately change your life. You got to know the rules of the game, which is quantum physics, how a universe creates. Then you have to know how to play the game, the instruction. Just like when you go out and you buy a board game. The board game have two things: the rules, how to play. Don't you think your life is like that? You know, life is like a game. See how that works? Oh, a lot of questions here, so let's see what we have. Is it true that we can control other person in a relationship? If yes, then up to how much extent? Well, yes, you can control other people in a relationship. That's called manipulation, though. And most people you can control in relationships will be people who have low self-esteem. You won't control someone who's like aware of themselves, or they know who they are, they know their value. So you won't be able to control them, but you can control someone who's maybe a little bit low self-esteem, um, which is not good. What men want exactly from a woman? What to do to not allow them to cheat? There's nothing you can do to not allow someone to cheat. The thing of the rule, here's another, look, this I talk, go back to the rules of the game and instructions of the game. Another rule of the game is when it comes to human beings, we're what we call conscious beings, right? We're awareness. The thing about people is, a person is going to do what they want to do. You don't own anybody. You cannot own people. So if you're trying to prevent someone from cheating, more likely you're going to create them to cheat, because that's where your focus and attention is on, because people pick up subconscious stuff. So it means the best thing to fix that is to find someone who really resonates with you, someone who just likes you for you, man. And then let the universe take over. Don't try to force people on you. Why spiritual persons are not emotional? Spiritual persons are very emotional. Spiritual individuals are very emotional, because a lot of spiritual God people, they have empath abilities. They're able to really soak up energy. Mark, I think about the car I desire and see it mirrored back to me through people driving it. So yeah, you're on your first step. That's the first step, beginning to manifest what you want. Good morning. There's someone says, love yourself. When you visualize, do you move to 5D reality? Yes, when you visualize, you actually are in. It was not the. Well, when you visualize something, you still see it in your mind as like a three-dimensional thing, but actually, it's not. You're not really in three-dimensional thing, because when you visualize, time doesn't exist. So remember, we count time as a fourth dimension. So if time isn't there, then you're in another dimension. Is it 5 dimension? I don't know. I maybe it's another dimension below, before you get to 5, where you can see images. But I consider 5 dimension as a dimension of like a higher conscious awareness. It's a different state. When you're in the 5D state of being, you most likely master your emotions. You most likely are aware of the game, the rules, and who you are. And a 5D person, a 5D awareness person, they kind of know that everything is through them, so they don't have a lot of difficulty with their emotions and creating what they want in their life, because a 5D person is someone that's above When you're above, that means you can look below. When you look below, that means you can really take advantage of stuff to your ability. To separate emotion versus attachment takes a lot of self-work. It does. You know, I'm gonna show you something, right? And a lot of you guys, you gotta understand something about how powerful you are. You have to get this in your head. That, think about this. By you being aware that you are here, that you're a human being, the awareness is everything. Your awareness is the car you want. Your awareness is the lottery you want to win. But what happened is, the reason you don't experience this, because when you have the awareness, you create a belief that is separate from you. And the belief now is what will create your reality. But from jump start, you already have every single thing you desire. I'm telling you right now, you can get anything you want. You never don't have to chase nothing. You don't have to chase anything. Chasing comes in because we've been programmed with chasing, and we got our ego developed, and then we just got a lot of junk in there. But in true reality, once you can understand that if whatever you want, you already have it, man. That you don't really have to go and try and push and force and pull to get what you want. That's a myth, because the real universe and everything is just awareness. Once you're aware, that's it. What's the point of our life? The point of your life, when you're here for something, the point of your life is to expand the awareness of high conscious beings. Point of your life is to be of service to other people. That's the point of everyone's life. Think about it. When you do stuff for people, don't it make you feel good? When you can help someone, doesn't it make you feel good? Right? When someone helps you, don't you feel good? So you can see we are naturally designed to be of service to each other. Your life will be more fulfilling when you can help people, when you can be of service to people. When you can go to bed every night and know in your mind and in your heart that you're helping someone, and someone out there, you could just save their life by one simple word you're saying. You never know. Do crystals help manifesting? Crystals can enhance manifesting. How to protect yourself energetically if you work in the medical field. Now that's where you might want to start wearing some crystals there. I want to get you some jade, some amethyst, some crystals. What's the other one? Some green aventurine, tiger's eye, black onyx. Those type of crystals can really help you. And then most of all, your mindset. You have to visualize and see yourself with a bubble around you. And separate yourself. Separate yourself from the emotion and the attachment of people. Separate all that stuff. Exactly how much have you manifested, Mark? I don't even know, man. I don't even keep count so much. It's a lot, though. When you take action, should I sit idle and visualize? No, it's the opposite. When you visualize, then the action comes. Action will be noted to you. You know, like your phone, when you get a notification on your phone, like let's say you're chilling and you have your phone with you, but your notifications is on, right? When the notification is on and you're not hearing anything, are you like constantly looking for your phone? No, you're chilling because you know that you have notifications. Your Facebook message, your Instagram, your Twitter, whatever messages, your text message, you know you're going to get a certain beep, beep. Oh, my notification. That's the way it works with your consciousness and your higher mind. So you're just chilling, and then when the higher self gives you inspired action, that'll be like a notification in your body. You'll feel it, you'll hear it, you'll know it, and you'll start to do something. So just like with your phone, you're not going to do anything until you get a notification on your phone. Same thing with how the inspired action work. So you get what I'm saying? I'm going to Las Vegas. What do you recommend? Have fun. Go with an open mindset. Don't go to try to win money. Go to experience winning money. The difference. Don't try to win the money. Go to open to experience winning money. That means let go, have fun. Don't be attached. Do you know that it's when you don't want something anymore, that's when it manifests? Or when you don't want it, really, that's when it manifests? That's the rule of the game. Let go. How do we get from desires to manifestation? That takes place in the quantum world. I work in the medical field as well. Pretty much that was good. Yep. If you work in the medical field, you got to wear crystals. Those are things. Crystals. People, you got to understand the world we live in. We don't live in physical material world, people. You got to start looking at your world for what it is. You got to look at your world as codes. You got to look at your world like a musical instrument, like notes. Like everything you do. Look, I move my hand like this. I've created a wave of something right now. I turn my head like this. I've just created a different vibration. I'm speaking to you right now. I'm creating right now. And it's all being done through the oscillation of the different frequencies of what I put out there. So we are all energy exchange of energy. So if you adopt, and there's another rule of the game, if you adopt that mindset, your life will go a whole lot better, because you'll stop looking at things as physical and start looking at them as what they are, which is an energy, a vibration, a frequency, a oscillation. And you start looking like that, that's what you call next level. That's what I do. I see people, but I don't really see people. I just see the outline. I see the signature. I see the energy. I see the vibration of people. That helped me tremendously. Do men need feminine energy to get enlightened? What is feminine energy? If you're talking about getting your emotions or getting in touch with your emotions, then yeah, because you have to master your emotions to become enlightened. Grand Rising. How long is a good time to disconnect from family who is not like-minded? Until you feel you're strong enough where they cannot affect you or influence you. When you can go back to your family or go around your family, and what they say and do, you don't take it personal. A lot of the stuff we do in our life, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on what part of the spectrum you're at, a lot of stuff we get in our life, man, comes from our family, man. It comes from like watching our mom and our dad, and we adopt that stuff, man. Remember, guys, what I said before: hurt people will hurt people, love people will love people. And it takes, you do know when people change? People change when they get fed up. When they're tired of repeating the same pattern, that's when people change. People don't change. The thing is, look, people don't change because they really want to change. Do you know that? That's not why people change. People change because they can't take anymore, man. People get sick and tired of being sick and tired. So for some people, it can take them a year. Some people it can take them 15 years. But we have this misconception. Oh, I changed because I wanted to change. It's very rare for a person to change because they want to change. It's a very rare person. It's a person that has kind of mastered the game to catch it. But the majority of people, when they change, they don't change because they want to change, man. They change because they get tired of the circumstances, man. They're forced to change. That is deep. Think about that. Hey, how you doing? Can we know other person's secret by tapping into the superconscious mind? No, you can't know someone else's secret by tapping into the superconscious mind. Why a ton of signs but absolutely nothing? That's because you're looking for something. If you look for something, you're going to get nothing. Signs aren't your manifestation, people. Signs are, that's what they are. They are signs to your manifestation. When people look at signs, they look for manifestation. Don't work like that. Signs are like when you're driving on the highway, it's showing your exit is 2 miles up, 3 miles up, hence a sign. So stop looking. When you see the signs, just acknowledge them that, oh, my destination is close. So I don't need to look. But the fact of you looking, you're going to create the opposite. Another rule of the game. See how it works? All right. Can a partner stop you from manifesting if they are toxic? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Toxic people can slow you down, man. Listen, guys, there are some people out there that they live to disrupt your energy. They live to see you suffer and struggle. They get off on that. It feeds them. These are what we call toxic, energetic vampire people. These are people like narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths. These are people that are really selfish. Their whole life is designed. They get up every day thinking about, how can I make this person feel bad? How can I make this person tick off? How can I make this person feel like an asshole and make me feel better? Those people exist, man. The world is made up of all types of people. You have to be smart to know what you're going to navigate on. Just because you have a good heart and you have good intentions, somebody else may not have that. And they're just people that get up every day and they make a living off of taking your energy and making you feel stupid and insecure. That's how the game. That's part of the game. There's different people in all, just like in the strings in the atomic world. There are different frequency for everything. So there's a different frequency in people as well. And if you're smart, you have to recognize those people before you get trapped off into them. How to deal with these vampires if you can't leave? That's where you're gonna have to manage your stress now. You have to do things to keep your vibration up. This is about now managing your energy. This is about staying afloat. You have to stay afloat until you can find a way out. That's how you're gonna deal with these people. So you gotta start doing a lot of self-work, more time in nature. You just gotta start practicing more stuff to maintain your energy, because you know it's going to play on your well-being. Hey Mark, I've been visualizing lottery winnings holding that check, and I feel so happy and I smile a lot in that moment. Is this right? Will I manifest this in reality? Yes, if you keep going, if you keep the repetition going, you definitely will manifest it. Remember guys, it's not what we think about, is the frequently, and then the frequency of what we think about. That manifests. Remember, when I was doing the lottery, guys, remember this, guys, at 9 months, over 9 months, which is no time. I don't look at time, but I'm doing it for you so you can understand the concept here. I don't see time as an existence. I just see moments now, but I'm just showing you something. For 9 months, every day for 9 months, I would be into my manifestation. See, that's frequently. That created the frequency, hence I manifested winning the lottery. And anything else I do from there on, that's how I do it. I stay with the frequency and frequently. So if that means for someone, you're going to have to be disciplined. You can't be someone that's going to be inconsistent. So if you want to really be that man or that woman, you're going to have to master self-consistency, man. That means you got to see something, do it and do it and do it until you see the result. You know what my motto is? I repeat the process until I get my desired results. That's my motto. A lot of everything I do, I don't say like, oh, it's a losing ticket. No, I just say, I'm repeating this process till I get my desired results. That's what I convince my mind to do, and my mind works that way now. So that makes it very difficult for me to give up on anything. The only time I give up on something is if I don't want it anymore. That's it. So my mind is already convinced that it's very hard for Mark to give up on his dream or whatever Mark wants. Because Mark has convinced his mind that he has to repeat the process, my subconscious. Mark's repeating the process until he gets his desired result. That's another rule of the game. If you're taking notes in this live, you should start taking stuff. A lot of these stuff is very deep. And I have even deeper things that I'm going to put forth in a mastermind class tomorrow. So you sign up for that class, then we work directly with you, and then take it to the next level. I can't do that here because I have so many people here. I can't interact with you guys on a one-on-one level. I'm just going through comments. I'm just giving you snippets, but it'll be very, very deep, eye-opening. Yes, this is AF. He's correct. Yeah, Mark and others provide tools and knowledge. Just do the work. That's correct. Another thing about the game, guys, is that the game has two parts in it, right? We have gatherers and we have implementers. There are certain people out there that love to gather information. They can read all the books. They know everything about the law of attraction. They know the subconscious mind. They can quote to you all the great teachers, philosophers. They can tell you everything about those teachers, and they can describe in detail how matter and all that stuff work. Those are information gatherers. Then you have the people who are the information implementers, the people that take that information they've gathered and they do the work with them. Those two types of people exist. If you want to master the game, you have to be 50-50. You have to be an information gatherer and then an information implementer. You can't be one or the other. And here's what messes a lot of us up. The people that fall into the gathering these information, they read all the books and all the stuff, but their lives don't change. They go to all these seminars and everything, and they know everything about it, but their lives are the total opposite of what they do. Is because, here's the thing about how powerful the subconscious is. Because they were frequently gathering information, it became a program into the subconscious. So the subconscious is programmed to just gather, not to implement. So this is why it's difficult when you say, man, you know everything. Look, and I get a lot of these, these individuals, they message me, and when I do like private coaching and everything, they come and I get a lot of them, and it's because they can't figure out what's wrong with them. They're like, hey man, I know all this stuff, Mark. Everything you talk on your channel, I know how to do this stuff, but it's just not. I just can't do it in my own life. And then when I pinpoint them and I show them why I can't do it in their own life, then that's how it works. So you have to be able to be balanced. You have to know like the thing, and all of this comes down to know the rules of the game. The other part of the rule of the game is know the operating system, the software of your mind. How does your mind work towards creating stuff? Can I play my kids' vibrational numbers? Yes. All of this, these are things that you guys can learn to do. Because guys, the bottom line is, and I said this before, Mark is no different from you or anybody else in the world. We're all the same. I am you, just from a different fractal. You're me. You notice the word when you say me, everybody says me, me, me. I say me, you say me. Oh, me. One word, me. Everybody's a me. Everybody's a I. We're all the same, people. We're just seeing reality from a different fractal. We're just parallel splits up. Consciousness is one thing. Consciousness exists as one. Awareness is one being. But the awareness just splits itself up into fractals to become Mark, to become Sarah, to become... But I'm the same as you. We're all the same now. Okay? We just have fractal consciousness. So the fact that I'm you and you're me and we're all everything together, think about that. That means all the ideas, all the things that we need to create, it's been a part of me already. It's part of you. So you're actually quite powerful. And it's just that you have to trust yourself and trust the process. Another part of the game is people don't know how to trust the system. Not the matrix system, the universe system. Trust the process. They don't know what the process is. I manifest very easy when angry. What does that mean? That means that you've programmed your subconscious mind to manifest that way. Because when you're angry and you manifest stuff, you kept thinking about it and you believed it. Then you say to yourself, you know what? I think I manifest more when I'm angry. Therefore, your subconscious holds that now. So you're going to manifest more when you're angry. It's a belief. Your subconscious is illogical. It's by you telling yourself that your subconscious, that's how your subconscious is making you manifest that way. Remember, guys, we're dealing with a mind that's not like a smart, logical mind. It's a very cut forward, like night and day. It's a literal mind. In Las Vegas, we don't have lotto. How would you suggest using your vibrational numbers? Okay, that's a good question. So what I would do in there, I would just like when I go into the casino, I would count the first thing, like the first slot, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's my vibration. Oh, I'm gonna go to the fifth one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's my vibration. I'm going to the 11th one. So I'd count stuff like that. And then when you walk around, these machines have a lot of numbers on them. Look for any numbers that stand out, like double numbers of your vibration numbers. I play those machines. Yeah, I don't know this person, this Trinidad person. Okay. Trinidad. Who's Trinidad? I'm tempting, but this. See how it works, guys? You can also play out of state. Guys, I know I have this person in here. Just kind of don't pay attention to it. Just focus on you. Remember, when you don't put energy, it doesn't come in. Mark, would you say smoking weed stops your ability to communicate with the universe? I feel as if I don't dream as often because I smoke. It can hinder it if you do it a lot. So yeah, it can hinder it. What are the stages of manifestation? The stages are the birth, the desire, the implementation, and then the manifestation. The birth is when you start to conjure up it. The desire now is you have feeling the desire over and over. The implementation now is doing the work, the mind work. And then the manifestation is when the universe takes over. Does that make sense? See how it works? I don't even know. This is not even working. Mark, love the books. The first one is my favorite. Thank you, Trevor. Tips on overcoming childhood trauma. Yeah, tips on that is most people don't become aware of their childhood trauma until they're in their late maybe their late adulthood, maybe like mid-20s. Some people, that's when they start to realize that. So first you got to get to the realization point of it. Once you realize that, then you got to start to do the work. That's what they call shadow work, right? When you got to shut yourself off for a month, or even up to a year, man, just to get your emotions and body and hormones back into the real state. And then you got to do a lot of self-love work stuff. You got to do a lot of subconscious programming, because you got to really get your mind back into the natural state to see that you deserve it. Because people that have like emotional trauma, they have a very skewed view of reality as far as like love and self-worth. You know, they see love as a toxic thing. Like if you don't abuse me or call me out or hit me, you don't love me, because that's what they grew up into. So there's those type of people out there, and that's a skewed view of reality and relationship. So you really got to get your mind back to understanding what love is and what it means to be deserving of yourself. When should you leave it alone and allow it? Well, you should leave it alone and allow it. When you start to see like a lot of synchronicity stuff, when you start to see like a lot of mirroring stuff in your life start to occur, that's a clear sign that the universe has kind of like gotten everything you desire out there. So that's when you want to kind of slow down now. You've only visualized when you feel like. Just keep your mind open. Just focus on other aspects, because that's a sign to the universe is showing you that I got it and I'm working on creating it. And then your mind will tell you to listen to your mind. Your mind will tell you if you're forcing it. So Mark, Is the visualization, feeling, and repetition called taking action? No, no, no. The visualizing, feeling, and repetition is the implementation of this. Or you're doing the work. Well, I guess you could take it. I guess you could call it action, but I'm talking about inspired action here. So you got to take
Chief,
action, and you got to take inspired action.
sorry, boss.
Yeah.
Do you have a plier I could borrow?
Oh no, sorry.
I have no tools.
No. Yeah. Inspired action. I'm here at the park. So you have action and you have inspired action. Action is when you visualize, when you affirmations and stuff like that. That's the action. The inspired action is what leads to your manifestation. The inspired action will come now when you start to feel like you get a certain feeling, you get like a certain emotional vibe. You'll start to get something that's going to propel you to get to your goal. It's going to be really, it's going to feel like it's something you've known all along. It's going to feel so normal. It's going to be like, man, this is what I should have been doing for all along. This is what my it's going to feel like that. It's definitely going to feel like that. Yeah, he asked me for pliers. I think he's like, this is like a nature reserve, so they ride their bikes, so it looks like his bike and stuff. But I don't have a pliers in this car. If I had a pliers, I definitely. No, I don't have a pliers here. Not in this car. He's behind me doing his car. I mean his bike. He's a Jamaican guy. I think he's getting it fixed. Can you tell how wearing crystals protect us? Crystal create like an energetic field, like a force field. Mark, stop wasting time. You wasted 2 hours. You could have lived life for 2 extra hours. No, I don't. That's not wasting time, man. When you're in the field and doing stuff and it's helping people, I don't think that's wasting time. I think a lot of you guys, the only reason I do a lot of 2 hours is because of you guys. So a lot of people appreciate that. Do I have to do anything? So it's very powerful, guys, that you have to understand that you have the awareness, and to build the awareness, you have to get out of your feelings. I know that sounds paradoxical. Wait a minute, isn't feelings like manifesting? Look, yeah, feelings are a precursor. You know, feelings, the thing about feelings is, when we hear people say it takes feeling to manifest, yes, but it's also balance, you know, because you can get a little too much into your feelings, man. When you get into your feelings, you can actually create resistance. So everything comes to balance. This universe is made of balance. So what you want to do is, when you're going to manifest or create something, you're going to catch the feeling. Yeah, you're going to get into the feeling, but you're going to balance before you get attached to the feeling. That's where you're going to jump out from the feeling now, and you're going to become the awareness of the feeling. The awareness of the feeling means I'm watching it behind the scenes. When you can do that, man, that's going to take you to a whole new level. Right? See how it works? That's the secret. I appreciate this content. Yes, so grateful. Yes. Silly things to say, right? I know, right? Yeah, well, that's true. I goes to show you, there's all type of people, man. Like people out there that thinks differently. That's what I'm showing you. You gotta understand how the game works. How do I get your books? You get my books on Amazon. I think, a matter of fact, Amazon, they emailed me, and they put up the what is the last book I wrote, the lottery book. So they're gonna feature that book, I think, for the month of August as one of their top promoting books. So the book is doing really well on Amazon. So You get it on Amazon, but the lottery book is going to be featured on Amazon for the month of August as a feature to readers. So it's good. That's right. It's time well invested. I appreciate you guys too. Thank you guys. How to manifest with heart, not subconscious mind. Okay, when you're going to come to the heart now, the heart is about knowing. To manifest with heart, you have to have the faith and you have to know that what you want is here. That's how you're going to manifest with the heart. So it means you have to build a belief that is going to happen. And building a belief now is you have to choose a thought. And this thought you choose, you have to repeat it so much that it gets embedded in the heart where it becomes a knowing. Heart manifestation is very powerful. Yeah, I think he got his bicycle fixed. Got it fixed, man?
No. The brakes are just too tight. So.
Oh, yeah, the brakes too tight.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the dollar store and get me a.
Okay.
Come back.
Okay.
There's a dollar store up the road there.
Yeah, right over there. His brakes are too tight. So that's how it works, guys. Yeah, feeling is a secret to the secret, though. Feeling leads you to the secret. Because people can get caught up in feelings, right? That's how we get attached. Think about it. How do we get attached and detached? Feelings. Someone says that, how do I feel? Right? Mm-hmm. Is there a time to let go of my assumption and imagination of being abundant or so? I continue to feel as if until it manifests. No. Once you assume a feeling of something, that's when you let it go. That's when you got to get into like the knowing part of it. Because remember, guys, you are awareness. Anything you choose to feel that way first, then get out of it. Because you activate the feeling, it's already gone. It's going to create. So you jump out. That way you don't get attached. So that means put your attention on something else. But in the back of the mind, you know it's working. But you're more focused on other avenues of your life. That's the real secret. Mm-hmm. Someone says water fasting is a good way to program the mind. Yeah. May I hear more about bringing things back from other dimensions? Yeah. Yes, so dimensions are spaces and different timelines around us right now. So we are actually beings of constant dimensions. So right now, as I talk to you, in science, we know of 13 dimensions. But the universe tells us, or tells me, there are actually infinite dimensions beyond the 13 dimension that science knows. Our minds are just incapable of not accessing or knowing how those dimensions are. So let me show you what I mean by that. When I'm sitting here talking to you right now, you may say I'm at a state of rest. That's actually incorrect. Because what makes me is those filaments we talked about of energy. And those strings which compose the atom, the electrons that make us our cells and make a human body, make Mark, make you. Those filaments, they are constantly fluctuating in and out of space. So we know they're going somewhere. That's space and a dimension. So that means if I'm sitting here and my cells are vibrating, I am always dimensioning, traveling. I'm going to dimensions right now. But it happens so simultaneously fast and quick that your eyes cannot detect the gaps. So to you and I, it looks like I'm just resting or chilling. So we're constantly moving into dimensions. Now then we have the mind dimensions or the consciousness dimensions, the high dimensions now. That's where you get different levels of awareness and skills and abilities. Now, science can't really explain how that works. As I said, maybe our brains are incapable of truly understanding how the universe works. But you tap into these dimensions because you've been there before when you get a dream and it comes to the next day when you have this funny feeling, you get lightheaded, something happens, you get like the deja vu, the daydreaming. Those dimensions exist. Now, the interesting thing about these dimensions now is that there also exists another parallel dimensions, and these dimensions are identical to you and I, and they are existing on top of us. So there's another dimension of a universe with the same earth, with the same version of me, the same version of you in this space right now. Space is there, but in space there are dimensions. So because we're in space, there are dimensions. Now the thing is why I can't interact with the parallel dimension of the parallel mark is because when every dimension creates, so does the laws of physics. They vary just a little bit. So when the laws of physics vary a little bit, my senses also vary. The only reason I can detect you and you can detect me is because we both came into the same universe that use the same laws of physics. That's why I can see you can see me. But there are other universes out there that look exactly like you and I, and there's an exact copy of me and you, but the laws of physics are tweaked just a little bit. And what it means their laws of physics are tweaked just a little bit. Remember that every particle gives off a charge of electricity. The way the universe creates stuff is one of those charge might be slightly less chargy. One of those charge might be slightly high chargy. It depends on the frequency of the charge. So let's say that dimension where there's a parallel version of me, the electron charge is just a little bit lower than this charge, or this charge is a little bit higher. So that means those Mark is walking right through this car, doing everything like you're doing right now, and I and you can never detect them because our senses aren't tuned to that frequency of the charge. So that's why there are things there's sounds going on right now, there are things happening out there that you and I cannot detect. And this is where science comes up, and they have determined that we only see 1% of reality. That's why you hear the saying 99% of reality is hidden from us. That's what they basically mean. They just mean like our senses aren't tuned to pick up the amount of information and different light frequencies that exist out there. Very fascinating stuff. How do you sign up for the Mastermind class? I'm going to put, as soon as this video is posted, I'm going to put the link. The class starts tomorrow, 5 p.m. I think I have room for maybe like 5 more. So I'll put the link here in the comments. But I do these classes every few months. So if you catch this one, don't worry. Catch the next one. But it's going to be tomorrow at 5 p.m. So if you may want to get in there. 777. Thank you. Hello, Mark. Sometimes I dwell on activities that aren't in my best interests. What sort of exercises can help me to stop that? Great question. Yes, so what the best exercise to help you to stop that now is to focus less on what you don't want, more on what you do want. Number one. Number two, now you have to start to create a disciplined action role. So if you know you're going to do something that you don't want to do, now do something else. Push yourself to actually do something else. Become more busy in doing something else that will distract you from doing what you don't want to do. Now that will take focus, that will take the visualizing effect, and then you want to put some subliminals to help to get your subconscious out of that flex. How long does it take to reprogram the subconscious mind? Now that depends, but normally they say 90 days. But look, I gotta put an asterisk next to that because I've coached people, or I've coached a lot of students that it took for them to really get there. I've seen 6 months. I've seen anywhere from up to a year. I've seen 90 days. I've seen a month. So who knows? It just depends on what your blocks or how long you have these or how attached you are to these. Can fasting help manifest faster? Yes. Fasting will help you manifest a lot faster. The reason why, remember, when we manifest, when we create stuff, we are exchanging energy. We are giving off energy. So the more energy, force, power energy you can put out, makes sense that the faster you manifest, right? The less energy you can put out takes a lot longer to manifest. We agree on that, right? So if you fast, your body now has rebuilt its new cellular system. The body is now more aligned. Therefore, it's streamlined, so the body has more energy from the cells. Your cell's polarity increases now. When the cell's polarity increases, energy increases. So therefore, you manifest faster the more you fast. Mark, does one find their passion on purpose? Here's my take on that. And I'm using my own example in my life. I used to believe that. I used to believe that you got to go look for your passion and purpose. But I no longer believe that anymore. I believe now, what I know, how this stuff works now, from personal experience, is that I believe that your passion and purpose was already downloaded in you, right? It was activated, it's in your DNA. But there's something that's going to turn it on when the time is right. So you should never go try to chase or look for your passion. Your passion and purpose will find you. Now, what do you do now? You just focus on what you want and be open, and you'll know when it turned on. And I use that example of myself, because remember I told you, I was a chef. I thought that's what I wanted to do. But that wasn't my passion or my purpose. And look where I'm at today, right? It found me. I didn't go looking for it. So that's how it works. So stop trying to look for your passion and purpose. Just be present and be where you're at and be open. And when the time comes now, it's going to turn on. So you'll always get hints when you're passionate and purpose, because you'll start to get more interested in certain things. You start to like look at things more. It's just like when you do a spiritual awakening. When you get into the spiritual awakening, that's your purpose or passion. See when you get spiritual awakening, sometimes it comes out of the blue, right? You just, all of a sudden one day you just start feeling like, hey, I want to know more about where I came from. I want to know more about what this life is. I want to know more about the energy. See, those things just, right? Those are already in you. Bam. Whoa. I create subliminal saying if I create a subliminal saying I'm aggressive to take action, would my mind mistake it for being violent? Yes. That's what your mind can, because your mind is illogical. So you don't create subliminals that says I am aggressive. Don't do that. Because now when you say I'm aggressive, go back to this. Where's your comment? Okay, saying I'm aggressive to take action. So if you create a subliminal that says I'm aggressive to take action, you just open up a whole can of worms. Take action in what? Because you didn't tell your mind what action you want to take. So you can take all type of actions. Violent actions, stupid actions, aggressive actions. So your mind doesn't know that. You got to tell your mind what kind of action you want. Don't say aggressive. Just program your mind to bring you what you desire. That's the thing about it, guys. You got to remember, your mind is not like, your subconscious mind is not like your regular mind. It's like a baby mind. You got to like literally tell it. See how it works? How to know if my boyfriend is honest to me? What signs must get to assure he's also emotionally attached to me? So this is who? Rihanna? Okay, so guys, here's another thing about this game, okay? So, how to know if my boyfriend is honest to me? What signs I must get to assure he's also emotionally attached to me? Remember what I said, guys? Your questions are your answers. So the fact you asking this question will tell you that maybe your boyfriend isn't truly honest. If he was honest, you wouldn't want to figure out, ask this question. Also, if he's emotionally attached to you, you wouldn't want to figure out. If you're trying to figure out something and you're not seeing it, more chances are it's likely the opposite. So you just answered your own question. Yes, you really have to be careful with your words when making your affirmations. How do you get your mind into manifesting mode? You get your mind into manifesting mode by focusing more on what you want and less on what you don't want. You get your mind into manifesting mode by using imagination and thinking about the good stuff you like. You dreaming big. You do it for fun. Get your mind into a state of imagination, man. Start just living it. When I mean living it, uh, just start feeling it, man. Oh, oh my good friend Trend Genius is here. Trend, how you doing? Y'all give this man some super chats. Trend. The thing is, guys, I look. I want to show you something about people. I'm gonna tell you, show you the game about how people work. All right. Let me show you something. You're gonna encounter two types of people in your life. So if you're looking for relationships, or you're looking for like just people, here's the two types of people you're gonna encounter in your life. You're gonna encounter someone that has what we call all their marbles. You're gonna have someone who doesn't quite have all their marbles. Now, you hear what I'm saying now? Doesn't mean you're gonna acquire someone who's mentally crazy. You're gonna acquire more people that, some people are a little more emotionally stable, and some people that are emotionally unstable. Those are the two types of people you're going to encounter in life. And here's a problem we mess up with now. When you have an emotional stable person, an emotional stable person will more likely going to attract unstable emotional people. Now listen, it's nothing wrong with you. It's not saying it's something you're broken. Remember, the dark will always seek out the light. But also remember, you have a choice. You're going to have all these people coming at you. So because you're emotionally stable, your mind will tell you that I want to get the emotionally unstable person because I can fix her or I can fix him. Because you already know you're stable. Your mind says, hey, this person needs my help. That's why they're coming to me. Now look, if you want to take on that assignment, you can. But here's the thing about that assignment now. That's why I want to teach you how people work now. Be careful what you ask for, because here's the thing when it comes to, there's some emotionally unstable persons that you can help. But those persons that come into your life, you have to know which one came from your past life. Some of the emotionally unstable people you're going to attract, they're persons that were you in a past life. They probably were your twin flame. So when they come into your life, it's going to be more easier for you to fix them. You'll know these people because they'll act different around you. They'll be more, even though they're more unemotionally stable, but when you come to them, you like get them stable. It's like you're like a soothing glass of water to them. And then if you notice they act around other people, they're like that. But most people don't understand that. They don't look for that. So they take every emotional people. That's why we get into relationships that hurt us and that mess us up, because we're picking the wrong people and we think we can fix them. Now here's with these people now that you can't fix, they're going to have to change. You can't change them because it's a program in them. You can do everything you can do for them. Treat them nice, get them all the stuff, tell them, they will still walk out on you because it's not a match. They're not from the past life. They're not from your twin flame. They're not just energetically there. So you have to be careful when you get those people. Wayne's Manor. What is your MBTI? What is that? Can someone tell me what that is? Your MBTI? Wayne, can you tell what that is? Yes, I know all about this stuff, guys. You know how I know all about this stuff? Because a lot of stuff was downloaded to me, man. Look, the thing with the universe is, like, when he gives you the knowledge, it doesn't give you one knowledge. It don't just give you knowledge and win the lottery. It just don't give you knowledge and like helping you. It give you knowledge in everything. It give you knowledge in relationship and psychology and all that stuff, because all that stuff is stored up there. So I got all this knowledge down here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing it with you. Some of you may look at me and like, man, how does this guy know this stuff? Do you experience this stuff? Most of this stuff I haven't even experienced. I'm an observer and I'm aware of it, and I watch people and I see people, and then this stuff just come to me, and then that's how it works, man. So all this stuff is stuff that just downloaded and coming from the universe, and you watching this, you know that this is true, because maybe some of you are like, man, damn, he's right, I did go through this, I did da 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 da. So that's the thing. Let me tell you something else about people now that downloaded to me. This is deep now. Here's the thing now. When it comes to people, people are gonna like you more when you don't care. Let that sink in. What do I mean by that? Now listen, don't get it wrong, doesn't mean you don't care about it. People are gonna like you more when you don't care about what nobody think about you. When you only care about what you think about yourself. That's when people are gonna like you, because they're gonna know that you aren't trying to assume a role. Because most of us, what we do is we try to assume a role to get someone to like us. We say, maybe if I act this way or that way. No, it's the opposite. That's why you got to be yourself. Whoever yourself is, you got to be that person. That's when, because that shows that you're now a. Someone asked me a question about the masculine and feminine energy. That shows now that you're tied into that, because you're tied into your emotion and you don't care what someone says about you, and they're going to be attracted to that a lot. So people care that. If you notice in relationships like that too, like a person who's in a relationship, or a guy or a girl, if the guy is in a relationship and he's not like, he doesn't too much care, he doesn't get caught up too much in his feelings, and he's just doing his thing, the woman or the girl will be more attached to him, because she sees him as a strong, very independent, strong-minded individual, because he's not easily flustered and he doesn't care. He's focusing on himself, he's doing his purpose, he's doing his thing. That's how people will get to you, when they see that, oh man, so I'm not that important to you. You're more important in your work and your life and your purpose. Yeah, they become more attached to you, because it's a subconscious thing. It has nothing to do with, even your mind will tell you that, oh, no, it's about how you're programmed as a human being. And you can't escape that. Unfortunately, sorry, you can't escape that, guys. AF 1999. Thank you, my friend. Let me repeat that to you, because it's so important. When you don't care about people, only about yourself, meaning that you don't care, like someone says like you're supposed to do this way or do that way, and you just like in your zone, like you're doing your thing, you're doing your work, you're on your grind, your purpose, and they come in, you let them know straight up, like, hey, you could be a part of the team, but you can't be the whole team. That's when people are gonna start loving you. And that's because people can't control that, because it's a subconscious program. It's an animalistic program that was placed into us when we evolve. So it means there's no way you can get over that. Go try it, and you'll see. You come back to me and say, damn, you're right, man. This person, the way when they act like they don't even like want me too much, or they act like they don't care too much, I want them more. Go try to do that. You'd be saying to yourself, why can't I get over this? Why can't? But you can't do it, because it's programmed in your mind. It's your subconscious it's your subconscious stuff. That's why there's a certain percentage of people that get more of the spoils. Like you have a certain percentage of dudes, like a certain percentage of, what they say, a certain percentage of the dudes will get like more opportunity with women versus the majority of the guys. That's because the small percentage of the dudes that get more opportunity with women is because those small percentage of the guys, they know how to make a woman feel. So when a woman feel a certain way, you're going to get attracted to those type of guys. And the reason those guys make a woman feel a certain way is because they really don't care. They're more focused on themselves. So when they focus on themselves, it's the animalistic program. Now a woman will be more naturally attached, because women are emotional, they're highly intuitive, and they're looking for someone that can be their backbone or help them to go, and they'll funnel more to that, because they see those type of males as more spiritual, more connected, because they don't care. while the majority of the other guys are trying to do that. The thing is about trying to be the man and being the man is two different things. You can't try to be the man or try to be the woman. You're either the woman or the man. You can't do any of that. That doesn't exist. That's trend. We are the chosen ones. Correct. Chosen ones like you guys. In the words of Khaled, you played yourself. Uh-huh. So those are some things you just gotta know. Like, you know, it just shows you guys that you gotta just be more focused on yourself. Did God give you this information? Yes, 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 yes. People always want what they can't have. If you become too available or needy, they run. That's the program. And the way to do that is just to focus on yourself. You don't entertain those type of games, and you just be yourself. That's when people pick that stuff up. It finds you. That'll help you, guys. That will help you also to manifesting. Why men fail to understand women? That's the information that was given to me by the universe too. I know the answer to that one too. People write a lot of books about that stuff, right? I could tell you the answer right now. The reason why men fail to understand women is easy. Men are visual, women emotional. Men physical, women emotional. When you have two different energies, when you have a physical man, an emotional woman, what's going to happen? A man is going to think of a woman like a man. In other words, he's not going to be aware of the emotional part of a woman. So when a woman is telling something to a man is going to automatically try to fix it, because that's what men do. Men are visual, take action, physical. But all in all, when a woman is talking to a man about her problems, she doesn't really want you to fix it, man. She just wants you to hear her, and she just wants to vent. That's all it is. So what happens is when a man hears a woman's problem, he tries to fix it. Now the woman gets more upset and frustrated because that's not what she wanted. Even though she's saying it, she's emotional. So she's thinking like you're supposed to pick that up. That's why men don't understand women. People spend a lot of time writing books all about that stuff. You know, there's thousands of books, people, hundreds of thousands of dollars doing that stuff, man. That information just popped right into my head from the universe. That's all you need to know. And all you women, females, master manifester, women out here, can you chime in to let me know? There was a book called that Men from Mars, Women Are from Venus. I heard of that stuff. That's psychology, though. That's the mind. Yeah, women want to be heard. That's right. Now, when a woman wants you to fix a problem, she'll tell you. She'll be like, "Can you?" But most women, they want to be emotionally vented and heard. But dudes will try to like fix stuff. They try to go out and prove, and you just make it worse on yourself. That's why men don't understand women. Yeah, support and communication. Like another tip for if you're looking for what is it, like your relationships or something for guys, I'll give you a tip too for the ladies, for the men. What the universe is telling me here. Okay, it says that, look, if you want your soulmate or woman or whatever, if you have like someone you're interested in, here's what you do. Women love 99% of women. I'm gonna tell you something. 99% of all women love a man that can listen. Not hear, listen. They love a man that can stay there and listen to them. If you can do that, you're 50% there. That's the secret. If you can sit there and listen, you're halfway there. Why? Because if a woman sees that you're listening, she's gonna know that you're empathetic. She's gonna know that you're more emotionally connected, and she's gonna feel like she's being heard. That's it. So what do men want from a woman? Men want the same, but in a different aspect. Men just want your attention, to know that they're being cared for. That's it. And right, and being able to listen, guys. Someone, you says it right, Jane. It's an art form. It is. A lot of dudes don't know how to listen. That's something you gotta learn to listen. Listening is an art form. Now look, there's listening and hearing. There's two different things. I didn't say hearing. I say listening. You want to know what an example of listening is? Some guys are emasculated. They're grown up spoiled by their mamas. It's hard for them to lead a woman. Yes, that's true. You have some men out there. Like I said, you're going to meet different fractions of the system. What can you advise a rapper like myself to manifest a successful career? Any hidden knowledge regarding music, Mark? Oh, yes, man. The most powerful knowledge that you can use is your subconscious mind with the questions, man. All you have to do is just get up every day and ask yourself the question, man. Why am I such a successful rapper? Why am I the best in my craft? Why do people love my music everywhere I go? See that? You do that, and then add more to it. All I gotta do is say it out loud every morning, every night before you go to bed, and throw a couple images of what it looks like, and you'll find yourself on top in no time. You'll find yourself on top in no time, man. Everything is in your subconscious. Comes out into the real world. I'm a hospice worker and we're trained to do active listening. It really is a skill that can be taught and learned. Yep, it is. Yep. Why are spiritual people, what is this? Why are spiritual people also involved in sexual activity? Isn't it bad for their spiritual path? Not at all. That's another myth. You see, that's a myth created through religion, man. Look, people, we are reproductive beings. You're wired for reproduction. You're wired to feel horny. You're wired to have sexual desires. There's nothing wrong with that. Religion put that in your life to make you feel bad. You cannot suppress what's naturally in the body. So what you have to do is learn to transmutate it or learn to guide it. So your sexual energy is one of the most powerful tools to manifest. It's even more powerful than your heart. If you don't, yes, sexual energy is more powerful than heart manifestation because it's the seed of life. It's the seed of birth. So it's not saying the way to harness your sexual energy is to put it towards your goals. Use it. If you don't have a partner, then when you get that desire urge, turn it and use it and visualize it and use the energy to visualize your goals so it could propel it. But your sexual energy is a natural state of all human beings. Your body is natural. People always try to hide their body feelings. You can't do that, man. You're only going to suppress it, which is going to create more problems in your life. Well, she believes it's bad because maybe the religions taught you that, oh, you can't be too much sex, you can't think about sex, da da da. It's a religion thing. The reason why people get like into sex or sexual energies because it's a lot to do with religion and how society programs people. Myers Lee coaching. Oh man, that's a perfect word. He said, women don't need to be fixed. Just understand. Perfectly said, my friend. Perfectly said. Thank you, Mark. You've been listening to you ever since. You only speak truth, point blank. Gratitude for your existence. Thank you. Men want respect. That's right. There's someone answer. That's what women. That's what men want. They just want respect. Be careful, women. Weak men will take your creative power and run with it. Hmm. So while in a sexual moment, you visualize your goals. Yep, that's it. You're gonna conjure that up, and that's a very powerful energy. Remember now, that's the seed of life. That's birth. That's creative. See how it works, guys? I'm becoming more comfortable. So, all right, guys. So that's the time I have for today, and I'll comment the link if you want to get in a mastermind class. Remember, it's tomorrow, 5 p.m. start. So that's it. And vibrational numbers. Remember, just go to my channel homepage. You just member, comment in the thing there. I'll fill them in and just go check them maybe a day or so or whatever, and you'll see your numbers. Thank you, and I will see you soon. Bye.